Is Vinícius Jr. actually more dangerous for Brazil than he is for Real Madrid? That question might sound exaggerated. How is it possible that a player who has already become a superstar at a club as massive as Real Madrid could look even more dangerous while representing his national team? But after watching Brazil's first two matches at the 2026 FIFA World Cup, the question suddenly feels reasonable. Vinícius has scored crucial goals, provided assists, won back-to-back Man of the Match awards, and become the focal point of nearly every Brazilian attack. The more I watch him, the more I feel like we are witnessing a completely different version of Vinícius. When Carlo Ancelotti took charge of Brazil, many people hoped he could bring out the same version of Vinícius that Real Madrid fans have enjoyed for years. However, I never expected the impact to be felt this quickly. In a short period of time, a player who is often criticized for underperforming with the national team has transformed into Brazil's most influential player. After closely observing his performances so far, I found 5 reasons why Brazil's Vinícius feels far more terrifying than Madrid's Vinícius. So in today's video, I'm going to explain why Vini with Brazil looks even crazier than Vini with Real Madrid. Let's get into it. Vini is no longer just one of the stars, he is the star. When I watch Vinícius at Real Madrid, I see an incredible player who has to share the spotlight with several other superstars. There is Mbappe, the team's primary goal machine. There is Bellingham, who often decides matches with crucial moments. And there is Rodrigo, who is also capable of stealing the headlines. As a result, although Vini remains extremely important, he is still just one piece of a star-studded system. When Madrid attacks, the opposition's attention is divided among multiple threats. But when I watch Brazil right now, the situation feels completely different. Neymar is no longer the center of attention as he continues recovering from injury, and Brazil desperately needs a new face to lead the team. This is where Vinícius steps in. He is no longer just one of the key players, he is the key player. That became obvious in Brazil's match against Morocco, when Brazil struggled to create chances, when the midfield found it difficult to unlock the defense, and when Morocco looked increasingly comfortable controlling the game. Vinícius emerged as the difference maker. English media even described how nearly every positive thing Brazil produced flowed through him. When the team needed a goal, he delivered. When the team needed a threat, he became that threat. This is the biggest difference I see. At Madrid, Vini is one of the solutions. With Brazil, Vini is the solution. And when a player is given that level of responsibility, we often see the very best version of him come to life. Ancelotti has finally brought Madrid Vini to Brazil. Over the past few years, I have heard the same criticism repeatedly. Many people have argued that Vinícius always shines for Madrid, but never becomes the same monster when wearing the Brazilian shirt. To be fair, that criticism was not entirely wrong. His international statistics never looked as impressive as his club numbers. Several major tournaments passed without him leaving a truly unforgettable mark. But in my opinion, the problem was never Vinícius. The problem was that Brazil had never found the best way to maximize his strengths. Many coaches tried to fit Vini into their system. Ancelotti did the exact opposite. He built a system around Vini. I see many similarities between Vinícius's role under Ancelotti at Real Madrid and his current role with Brazil. He has been given the freedom to move, attack open spaces, drive into the penalty area, and receive the ball in dangerous positions. As a result, Vini no longer looks isolated on the left wing. He touches the ball more often in crucial areas, operates closer to goal, and becomes directly involved in scoring opportunities far more frequently. The results are already obvious. In Brazil's first 2 matches of the 2026 World Cup, he has produced goals, assists, and served as the creative engine of the team. To me, this is proof that Ancelotti has finally succeeded in bringing Madrid Vini to the Brazilian national team. The numbers are starting to look scary. If we only focus on the style of play, there may still be room for debate. But once I started looking at the numbers, the argument that Brazil's Vini is more dangerous became much stronger. In the opening match against Morocco, he scored a spectacular goal that rescued Brazil from defeat. Then, against Haiti, he delivered another outstanding performance, scoring once and providing 2 assists from Matheus Cunha. That means in just 2 matches, Vinícius directly contributed to 4 Brazilian goals. Those are remarkable numbers for a winger at a tournament as prestigious as the World Cup. What impresses me even more is that these contributions came in crucial moments. The goal against Morocco was not just another goal, it prevented Brazil from losing. Against Haiti, meanwhile, almost every Brazilian goal originated from his involvement. Even before his goal and assists were officially recorded, he was already the primary source of danger for Haiti's defense. Many players can put up great numbers when their team wins comfortably, but very few players become the main reason those victories happen in the first place. And that is exactly what I see in Vinícius. His numbers are not just statistics, they are a reflection of how dominant he has become in Brazil's game right now. 2 matches, 2 Man of the Match awards. For me, this is the hardest argument to argue against. Statistics can be debated, playing style can be debated, but when a player is named Man of the Match in consecutive World Cup games, it shows that his impact is being recognized by everyone. After scoring the equalizer against Morocco, Vinícius was clearly the standout player on the pitch. He constantly terrorized the opposition defense and was the only Brazilian player capable of consistently creating a difference. It came as no surprise when many observers considered him the best player in that match. Then came the game against Haiti. I initially thought perhaps his performance against Morocco was simply a special night. Instead, Vini delivered an even crazier display. 2 assists, 1 goal, involvement in nearly every dangerous attack, and once again he was the most influential player on the field. His second consecutive Man of the Match award followed naturally. Through Brazil's first 2 matches of the 2026 World Cup, Vinícius has won 2 Player of the Match awards. That means every time Brazil has played so far, their best player has been Vinícius Jr. To me, that fact carries even more weight than simply counting goals and assists. Vini is playing like a man on a personal mission. There is one thing that statistics cannot measure: motivation. At Real Madrid, Vinícius has already won almost everything: the Champions League, La Liga titles, individual awards, and recognition as one of the best players in the world. There is very little left for him to prove at club level. But with Brazil, the story is different. For years, he has been compared to the country's legendary icons. Many people questioned whether he was truly worthy of becoming Neymar's successor. Others felt his performances for the national team were not convincing enough. I believe those criticisms are exactly what brought Vinícius into this World Cup with a completely different mindset. When I look at his expression after scoring against Morocco, or the way he celebrated his contributions against Haiti, I see a player trying to build his own legacy. He is no longer playing as a Real Madrid superstar who happens to represent Brazil. He is playing as the future leader of Brazil's next generation. And in my opinion, that is the biggest reason why this version of Vini feels so much more dangerous. He is playing with a hunger that he may no longer experience every week at club level. He is playing with a mission to prove that Brazil is now his team. If this mentality continues into the knockout rounds, I would not be surprised if the 2026 World Cup is ultimately remembered as the tournament that transformed Vinícius from a Real Madrid superstar into Brazil's new icon. So, when I say that Brazil's Vini looks crazier than Madrid's Vini, I am not downplaying what he has achieved at Real Madrid. Quite the opposite. I am saying that all the qualities that made him a superstar in Madrid are now beginning to appear simultaneously for the Brazilian national team. He has become the center of the attack. He is scoring crucial goals. He is providing assists. He has won back-to-back Man of the Match awards. And, most importantly, he looks like a player carrying the hopes of an entire nation without feeling weighed down by the pressure. The 2026 World Cup is still a long journey, but so far, Vinícius Jr. is showing a version of himself that we may never have seen before. So, what do you think? Is Vinícius Jr. currently more dangerous with Brazil than he is with Real Madrid? Or should we wait until the knockout stage before making that judgment? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel, because there are still many fascinating World Cup 2026 stories for us to discuss in the coming videos.